Hi, my name is Quasia, and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I've recently read. This series is called King Inferno, and the books I'm talking about today is Quasim 1 and 2. Now, if you have not read this book or these series for this series before or these books, please go ahead and read them because I don't want y'all to get spoiler alerts, okay? Please, I don't want you to get no spoilers and be upset and mad and want to bop me upside my head because I said something you ain't know. So please go and read it, okay? If you have read it, continue on with this video, continue on with this review. I do ask you some questions at the end, so if you wouldn't mind commenting down below, I would very much love that. Anyways, let's get into the review, okay? Bye. Hey, it's me, all. I'm back. Okay, boom. I'm not finished with Quasim 1, okay? I'm not finished yet. But I needed to talk about this because so far this book had me rolling. Do you understand me? They keep calling this man pissy, and that shit has me crying because he be tight every single time they call him pissy. And now this fucking they in Bali and they doing the karaoke and they going back and forth about who sounds good and who didn't sound good. It's hilarious how they are cutting each other's ass. Why the fuck Capella talking about some lay off my father because that's probably the only song he knew before he got locked up. Cat was singing Juicy Fruit. And Capadon is like, I don't know if you're trying to defend me or not, or you're trying to roast me because that song came out in the 80s. And it just makes it even funnier because what? They done went and got Kwame drunk so he couldn't sing. And this nigga talk about he see lizards. He's seeing fucking dinosaurs in the backyard. What is going on? Yo, this is hilarious. This is the type of book that I needed to read because I'm not gonna hold you. Gray Huffington's books is kind of heavy, so going back to Jahquel, where her books, even though a lot be going on, it'd be funny as hell. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, this book is funny as hell so far, even though I'm only, what page I'm on? I'm on page 281, so I'm a little bit far in the book, but this shit has me crying. When I first started reading it, I was laughing. Also, I listened to Jahquel talk about listen to the songs. You know how she puts the songs to certain chapters. Babes, I'm not gonna hold you, I can't do it because I'm already emotional. I'm ovulating. The last thing I need to do is listen to a sad song along with the sad chapter. Okay, bitch? I'm already crying too much. You want me to be in here hollering? That's what you want me to be? Absolutely not. Anyways, I haven't finished Quasim 1 yet. Let me finish Quasim. And then I'm going to go to Quasim 2. But so far, this shit got me hollering. This is so funny. Like, I got tears. They keep calling this man pissy. It is so funny how he be getting upset. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Anyways, let me finish my book. I'll be back with y'all. Why is Quasim at this lady house, laid up in her bed with no shirt on, feet crossed at their ankles, listening to music while watching a documentary on cable that this lady didn't have and was knitting? The jokes write themselves, Quasim, aka Pissy, aka Bucci. They write themselves, sir. What did you do? And then she went on a date with Zay to break it off with him. And I'm talking about Blair, by the way. She went on a date to break it off with him. And he texted her talking about some how you want a lot of fluid or you want this other type of fluid. She's like, what are you talking about? And he sends her a fire truck emoji with the fire, right? And her waiter comes over and said, oh, we're emptying out. We're emptying out the restaurant because we got a threat. It was from him. Sir, I guess he said it don't take that long to break it off with motherfuckers, okay? It don't take that long for you to tell that man you don't want to be with him no more, okay? Tell him you don't want to be with him and keep it cute and keep it short, period. Keep it cute and keep it short. Bro. He's funny. This book is hilarious. I don't know, like, you are funny as hell. I don't think you know this, but you funny as hell, girl. Okay, I'm finished with book one. Of course, it has to be funny, and then she drops the ball with this damn cliffhanger. Damn, damn. So, at the end of the book, she's in his house, and somebody sets it on fire. I already think it was fucking Tukey ass and his people. Because Tukey, or aka Tyshawn, don't know how to leave Blair the hell alone. Something's wrong with that man. Oh, she got discussion questions. Wow. Do you think Blair played games when it came to Zay? No, I don't think Blair played any games when it came to Zay. She didn't really want that man. He was just a placeholder until Quasim got his shit together. Okay, the second one is, was it wrong for Sim to continue to play games knowing he wanted Blair but was conflicted? I don't feel like Sim was playing games. I just feel like he was in his head, and he already said he was scared that she would be taken away from him. So instead of that coming true, which honestly kind of did come true, kind of sort of the way the cliffhanger is, I'm sure she'll make it out live, but he was worried. You know, both of his wife was killed, and then his daughter died of cancer, I believe, if I remember. So, like, he's scared of losing someone else that he loves. So, I don't feel like he was playing games. Okay, question 3. What are your thoughts on everything Quasim went through privately during his grief? Do you think he had reasons to keep Blair at a distance? So, again, if you read this book, you know what he went through, where he wanted to off himself and things like that. He, again, was grieving. So, people go through the journey of grief differently, and he was really willing to leave this earth because he absolutely had a deep bond with his wife Sherry, and losing her just set him over the edge, to be quite honest. But he had family around him that was there to help him. And I understood, like I said, the second question kind of answered the third question, whereas he was scared of losing someone else that he really loved and really cared for, because he lost his wife and his child months after each other. That type of grief, baby, I'm surprised that didn't send him over the edge. Like, that wasn't like when his daughter died, like, that wasn't the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. Like, wow. Shout out to him. Question 4. What are your thoughts on Mina and Quentin's accident? I think somebody from the Viper Squad, just like them Viper Squad, somebody from the Viper Squad cut the brakes, and somebody from the Viper Squad set his house on fire. And I think it was Tukey ass, and Tukey won't learn his lesson until everybody in his family is dead, and that's up to him. Okay, number 5. Do you think Kiki should give Yasin a chance? I mean, hey, if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. I don't really care about them two, to be quite honest. There's not really much talked about, like, said about them in the book. Okay, what's the next one? 6. What do you think is responsible? Who do you think is responsible for Sim's house? The Viper Squad. 7. Do you think Quasim should adopt Elijah? Yes. His mama is a crackhead. Please get that boy, because time and time again, children go through traumatic childhoods to the point where they're fucked up for the rest of their lives because of parents who have addictions. Okay? I've seen it firsthand. Get that little boy away from his mama, because you never know what else went on in that house to that little boy. You hear it time and time again. Parents who have addictions usually forget their children, and things happen to their children. So you need to adopt that little boy, Quasim. Okay, 8. What are your thoughts on Yasin and Havoc? I have no thoughts about them. I'm sorry. I don't have any thoughts about them. I mean, yeah, I don't have no thoughts on them. Okay, 9. Do you think Zoya is wasting her time with Saigo? Yeah, she don't want that nigga. She want Goon, but he in prison right now. So she gotta wait for him to get out of jail to be with that man. So right now, just like that Zay was a placeholder, Sigel, Sigel, whatever the fuck his name is, he is a placeholder. That's what it is, okay? 10. What do you think Zoya did to get Tuki to sign those papers? She probably got his ass murked in prison. And now he's tight and he's out and he didn't learn his lesson. He's like one of them people that get beat up. He's like Blake from the other book that I was reading that I did a review on. He's like Blake from Numb, who got her ass beat over and over and over again by Monet and still, no, not Monet, by Moet, and still didn't learn her lesson. Like, she still continued to get her ass beat. Like, it's like them. Like, they don't learn their lesson from getting their ass beat. Like, they need you to do them real dirty for them to learn their lesson. And they keep giving Tuki too many chances. Okay? Okay, 11. Do you think Blair made it too easy for Sim? Should she have made him grovel? Or was our girl so in love and wanted him that bad? I don't think she should have made that man grovel. That's the man you are in love with, okay? You understand that he's been through some traumatic things in life, and he was scared. He explained that to you. There's no reason for you to be in love with somebody and you make them grovel. He is traumatized. He has PTSD. Okay, I understand. You was mad. You feel like you needed to be loved, and he wasn't doing you right. And when he finally got it in his thick skull that he loved you and you loved him, and nothing was going to affect that, he decided he was going to put his all in. So yeah, I don't think she should have made him wait any longer. They love each other. 12. What are your thoughts on Quasim and Mir's moment in his bathroom and the significance to Sim's favorite song? I haven't heard Sim's favorite song because I'm emotional enough now. I'm emotional enough. But I think this question is also answered in the previous questions. The bond that these two have is beautiful, and he just went through such a traumatizing situation that he really wanted to leave this earth, okay? Very understanding. However, you got a child here that you should stay for, but the grief was greater than the love for his child in that moment. You get what I'm saying? The moment that they had together speaks volumes. Not everyone has family who cares about them enough to show them and talk to them about the love that they have for them, to stop them from doing something that could change the lives of everyone around them, especially his child. Even though his child was already sick and she was not too far behind her mother, the whole family would have been wiped out. That's crazy. I don't even know if I answered that question correctly. So yeah. Okay, 13. Do you think Berkeley is going to be a problem? Probably not. Barky is probably not going to be a problem at all, as long as Quasim tell her to go the fuck on. Okay? You know what would be crazy if Barky is actually a part of the Viper Club? That'd be crazy. Okay, 14. What do you think of the way Blair and Zay ended things? He understood that she didn't really want his ass, and he wasn't upset. Like, he kind of sounded a little salty, because he was like, I'm Zay. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be alright. Like, no, that nigga was probably upset. But also, he probably was still messing around with Grace. Like, he probably was sitting here telling her, oh, no, I'm not messing around with Grace. And he probably still up in that lady coochie. Okay, 15. Would you like to know more about Zay? No, don't need to know nothing else about that nigga. 16. Do you think there is more to the reason that Elijah is wet in the bed? Yes. I answered this question in the previous one. 17. How do we feel about what has happened with Skylar and Core? She's slow as hell. I can't stand when the female main characters is acting slow. Okay, he's telling you First of all, you messing with the people that had the money to get the people to help you, okay? The best of the best. And you over here talk about you scared being in a relationship with him and him helping you is going to cause that motherfucker who ain't been in your child's life to retaliate. You don't have no money. You fucking with a man that do have money and has the best lawyers. And instead, you want to be so independent, fuck around and get your child taken. Let me move on because it's pissing me off. 18. What do you think about Quasim's secret life? That he a serial killer? Like, I don't get it. He a assassin? What is there? I mean, I put two and two together. All of the whole infernal gods and the other people, they all be offing people left, right, and center. So why would you be surprised that he out here an assassin? I don't. Why would you be surprised? Okay, 19. Why do you think Goon needs Quasim to come see him? He probably missed him or he got some information. One of the two. Quasim was probably in the same spot that Tuki was in, and he probably got something to say. Okay, 20. Who do you think that was that Blair saw outside of the window? Who she saw outside the window? Oh shit, let me go back. Child, let me go back. Oh shit, it was a white woman with wild blonde hair. Oh, yeah, she probably fucking somebody in the Viper Squad. Yeah, but who would the white woman be though? I know somebody said it was somebody else's wife. One of the mayor's wife or something like that. But that wouldn't have nothing to do with Quasim, would it? Because didn't Capri and Cap and them have something to do with her? Child, that's crazy. Anyways, y'all, let me go to book 2. Y'all, I'm in here crying. They found evidence that Elijah was touched, like I said, and that, he told Blair that his mama wasn't his real mother. Y'all, I was in here bawling. Because soon as Quasim found out, he just broke down. Like, he couldn't even handle it. And that just made me start bawling because, that baby children need to be protected at all costs. And I knew when you have a parent, even if they're not your real parent, but you live in a household with crackheads or addicts in general, them children are never protected. And come to find out, his mama, it was Elijah's mama that set the house on fire. Too much. I just was saying bully because it's just too much. Like, children do not deserve that. Okay? Child. Anyways. Okay, y'all. I finished Quasim 2. And let's get into it. First things first, I just want to say Blair had me cackling. Do you understand me? This lady was so funny in the second book. The way she would call that lady Berkeley, everything but Berkeley, is so fucking hilarious. The way she called that lady Benihana, Bernie Mac, Birkin. Girl, what is wrong with you? She was calling her everything. She called her little blippity bloop. Like, girl, she really did not like that lady at all. But let's start from the beginning, okay? Okay, boom. So, Miss Girl gets in the fire. She gets out. Somebody helps save her out of the fire. They found out it was little Buddy's mama. They found out that little Buddy's mama was messing around with Rich from the Delgado family book. If you have not read that series, go ahead and read it. But she was messing around with Richie Rich, or he probably did something to that lady, because that sounds like she off and she addicted to, it's a whole lot. But anyways, long story short, his wife knew the little Buddy, okay? His wife knew, Richie Rich wife knew about Thea and knew about little Buddy. Now, it turns out little Buddy knows some shit, okay? Little Buddy knows some shit. And it turns out that little Buddy also knows one of a very prestigious doctor, very well known, okay? And he and little Buddy had some unsavory relations, okay? So, anyways, long fucking story short, Quasim house get caught on fire, but Kwamir's house gets shot up with the kids in there, right? So it was a whole thing with Capri, because the cops finally came when they no good, and they was finna kill Quamir. And Capri was like, oh no, bitch, I am the district attorney, ho, and you finna put some respect on my motherfucking name, okay? You got called here to help me, not to out my, off my husband in front of my kids. The fuck? So now they had that whole situation, and they trying to figure out who did all of this. Come to find out, it was Thea, like I said earlier. And Thea is hooked up with some people in power, Richie Rich crazy wife, okay? And they're like in some deep stuff in all this, and little Buddy might know some stuff about it, okay? Also, they were illegally egg farming a whole bunch of people. It was a whole lot of just yeah. So boom. So they decide to all go to the lake house, and then Blair finds out she was pregnant. Quick question. I know this is a book, but when you have cancer and you take chemo and stuff, doesn't that affect your ability to have kids, or am I bugging? Let me know. But anyway, she finds out that she's pregnant with Quasim's baby. I want to get to Barbados, because they all go to Barbados to for Quasim and Blair to get married, right? So when I tell you them being in Barbados, that part of them being in Barbados was probably my favorite part of the book, because it was just straight jokes, you guys. Like, the way they was calling Quamir pissy, and then for Capri to piss on herself for laughing so hard because Quamir and Quasim got drunk and they was singing, and Quamir over here humping the grass. Sir, get your ass up. And then they in the sand. Capri tells Blair, come on and help me get them, because why is Sim doing a worm in the damn sand? And then come to find out, Quamir blew sand in Capri's face. The way I was hollering reading this, like the way I could just see it in my mind's eye, and I found that to be so freaking funny. Do you understand me? Like, that whole Barbados trip was hilarious. Them doing their little surprise show that had me crying. Just the way it was described. What is wrong with y'all? For real. Then them in the cigar room, and them girls come over and, and Blair and them come in there, and that one girl was talking out her neck, and Blair went boop out there. Oh my Lord. And the Capri came and popped her ass up too. Oh my gosh. The way I was rolling, because the men do this all the time to the girls. So they was like, oh no, bitch, we finna come in. You feel me? What made me sad the most was little Buddy. Little Buddy has abandonment issues for real, and he also has a lot of trauma. So every single time he'd be like, don't send me back, please, I can't go back to her. And that hurt my soul. That little man, he needs all the love in the world, all the protection in the world, because boy. And then the daddy brother, I think his brother decided he wanted to take the Infernal Gods down, but really it wasn't his idea. It was Lucia, Richie Rich wife idea. And child, they just need to go on ahead and off her and Thea. Just both of them. Both of them need to be offed, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but at this point in time, I done read a whole bunch of thugger books, and I'ma just need her to be taken care of. You feel me? I like Sin, and I like what's his name? Is his name Noah or something like that? I like them. However, when Lucia said she has somebody on his, no, not Lucia, Polo, I think said he has somebody on the inside. I think what you call it already knows who it is. However, what if it's one of them two? Like, what if one of them is one of the insiders? You get what I'm saying? Because they kind of popped up out of nowhere, to be quite honest. Both of them. Well, not Sin, but the friend that's Hassan, not Hassan, what's his name? Havoc. I think it's Havoc. Havoc's friend, Noah, something like that. Something with an N. I just feel like that man came out of nowhere. And he should be watched. You feel me? It could be him too. But anyway, child. Then we get to the end of the book. And Quasim and Mare get boop, 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 boop. Shut up, child. And I think they gonna make it. I hope it just grazes them and they just feel out, you know, or it doesn't necessarily hurt them because they have an empire to run. So I hope Jahquel, sorry girl, I hope Jahquel doesn't make it to, one of them is now you know, paralyzed or some shit. Also, the mama now could talk because it turns out she didn't have Alzheimer's this whole time. She had a tumor, and they found out because of the accident that, remember I was talking about earlier, where their brakes was cut. And I feel like their brakes was cut because of Tookie, but it wasn't Tookie, it was Polo and his people in the Polo and the Red Bulls or whatever the fuck they called. And Tookie said he don't want to be a part of that. Him and the Viper Club is good. He don't want to be a part of none of that. But some of the Viper Club split up and decided to go with Polo in a Bull Club. And so, yeah. So, and then they said, is that fucking Cherie? If that's sure. Now, that sound like Cherie to me. Is that heifer alive this whole time? You done left your child. No, you left your man and your child have cancer and he died this whole time and you wasn't dead, ho? So that whole time that wasn't her in the bed? Or was that actually her in the bed and they said that she was dead? You get what I'm saying? The third one, I'm trying to see when the third one come out. I think the third one comes out in like June or something. The second one wasn't supposed to come out anytime soon. So I feel like she's probably going to drop the third one a lot sooner than it says it's going to drop. You get what I'm saying? But, y'all. Oh, my Lord. The Barbados part, that Barbados chuck, I was in bed last night crying. I was trying to hold it back. But I was laughing so hard. Like, Jahquel can really, I just want to say, this lady is a whole fool. Like, she is funny as hell. Do you understand me? Like, I would like to have a good conversation with her and see if she's just as funny as she is in these books, or how she makes the characters in these books funny, because the way I be cackling reading these books, oh my gosh. And oh my God, when they got married, oh, I started bawling. Everybody was there crying while men were singing and crying, and I started bawling. And I was like, oh my God, this is just so beautiful. This is so cute, so beautiful, and I love it. And they was having such a good time, and I was just like, I love this. Just for them to go back home to some bullshit. But 40 already said like shit was going down, so I feel like they probably should have stayed in Barbados a little bit longer. But hey, you gotta take care of business. People had jobs and things to do. But yeah, y'all, it was just so good. Like, when I say this second book, even though like it has some sad parts in it because of Elijah, for the most part, I found it to be funny as hell. And then Zoya with what's his name, Goon, like, just stop it and get with this man. Why are you trying to play hard to get? Just get with that man and love up on him. You know you want that dick. Like, come on, girl. You know you want that dick, and you know you want him to slide your ass down that pole. Stop playing. You and that other man, you do not want to be with that man. You don't want to be with him. Okay? I know she asked the question in the first book, did we want to know more about them? About Zoya and Siegel, whatever the fuck his name is. No. We don't need a backstory to them. Don't give a damn. Honestly, don't really give a damn about Zoya, but Goon is cool people. I just don't need a full backstory on them. Don't really give a damn. Just put them together and keep it cute, you know? But these heifers get pregnant very quickly. For some reason, they're fertile out of nowhere. They couldn't have babies 2 years ago, but all of a sudden be pregnant very quickly. Okay? Which I ain't mad at, you know? Everybody deserves love. Okay? Yeah, anyways, long story short, I literally loved the second book. Probably a little bit more than the first one. The first one had me crying. This one had me crying, but not like sad tears because of, you know, little buddy. Although little buddy had like traumatic things going on. Also, at the end of the book, everybody was like, oh my god, they was crying and stuff. Like, I was still stuck on how funny Blair was, that I didn't really feel like, oh my god, you feel me? Like, I, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, they can't take these people out. Like, please, I can't cry no harder. Okay, Jahquel, please give me a damn break. So I just, in my heart of heart, feel like they gonna be all right. So I'm not really like, oh my gosh. Just like when Blair was stuck in the house, I didn't really feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta cry, she finna die. You feel me? I feel like they'll be all right because there's so much that needs to go on. But I feel for Capri because, baby, and then Blair, like, you pregnant with this man, baby. Like, let's hope he survives, bitch. Let's just hope he wakes up in the hospital and they talk about something. Yeah, it was in your arm, but it went in and came out. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, I very much enjoyed it. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. Comment down below if you've enjoyed. If you enjoyed it, if you've read it already. Comment down below and let me know what was your feelings on it. What did you think about it? Was you over here crying at certain parts, like when you found out about little buddy, or did you cry when you heard about when you seen Quamir and Quasim, you know, get booped, you know, in front of their wives? How did you feel about them breaking in Kwame's house and almost, you know, taking Peach from this world? And how about Blair almost not making it? Well, she made it, but like they was trying to take little buddy out and Blair out in Quasim's house, and almost taking every memory he had of baby girl Harley. And what did you think about Harley and Cherie come to Blair while she was unconscious to let her know that she is okay, and that she placed her and little buddy in Quasim's life? What do you think about that? Anyways, I'm grateful and thankful for y'all listening in and staying tuned. Come back next time and let's talk about the next book. I don't know which one is the next book, okay? All right, bye.